Your three tracks back to back: Camila Cabello, Ed Sheeran, Bam Bam. We also heard from Melissa Itashawada and Kim Makumbe, Denjito Dawo. That is now bringing us to 9:15 on the Tuesday. We've got a guest in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Annatoria in the building.
What's up? What's good?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great. Welcome home.
Thank you. That feels good.
And Annatoria's home. We love it.
She is home.
I was on. This was on Sunday. I was at the concert, and I remember saying to Joseph, guys, if I had Annatoria's voice, my humility would be non-existent, and I wouldn't be talking to people. People would say hi to me. I'd be like, ha ha ha.
Don't talk to me. Talk to my manager.
Yes.
That's
No,
tough
listen,
love.
I loved it. I loved it. I think
you.
you're an amazing worshiper. It was really fun. How was that experience for you?
It was amazing. You know, I was even talking to Joseph. I was laughing because we were all moving in this like convoy of cars. And I was like, I've never had this experience before, and I'm so glad I got to have the experience at home.
Yeah.
Because you don't think these things will happen for you, and even when you're younger, you don't really see all these things happening. And so it's kind of exciting that I'm actually getting those first-hand experiences here at home in Zimbabwean soil. So it was a fun experience. I think it was amazing working with Divine. The production was incredible.
I mean, beautiful.
I never expected it. I saw even their dress rehearsal the night before the event, and I was like, oh my goodness. So people are serious from this side. It was just amazing to see everyone come together for one reason, and I think it went really well.
Excellent. So we've got Annatoria in the studio. We're going to have a very interesting conversation with her. Stand by for all that goodness coming up. Headlines at 9:20.
Non-stop slamming.
ZiFM Stereo, my station, your station, Limberlays and Annatoria. Put it on God, bringing us to 9:23. Annatoria's in the building with us this morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need to read one embarrassing message. Annatoria Ikrashia PD the ghost. Please let him know she's in the studio. He loves her so much. PD almost cried the day he confessed, Kuti, I would do anything for Annatoria. So on his behalf, please tell her, Pani Anonzi PD. This is
now you
from
know.
Artist guys. I also have my embarrassing confession. Tatenda G was supposed to come to the studio yesterday because he says, quote unquote, he's got a professional crush on Annatoria. I don't know what a professional crush looks like. But so I'm just doing this for the boys. Because out there in the world is a PD and a Tatenda G. They exist.
All right, Annatoria.
Thank you so much.
Where and how did you get your start? If anybody wants to know who Annatoria is, where and how did you actually say, you know what, I have a voice, I want to use it?
I think from young I've always been singing. I remember the first time I performed was actually in Namibia at our church CFI, and I had my eyes closed for the whole song, and I didn't even look up, didn't even look at anyone, and I came off, and I always used to play in mud. But when I grew up moving to England, you figure out, okay, like this is actually a career path that many people take. And I was in high school, and people would say, why don't you just start posting videos on Instagram? And I was like, I don't know, guys, I'm not really like bothered like that. But after I finished high school, I started posting videos on social media, and I think when you see the response and you see, okay, like people are actually engaging, it's like, wait, I'm actually not that bad. So I think I just carried on in that lane, and then obviously went on The Voice, came off the show, and then things started moving, and I started to do more things. And so
How much do you practice every day? Like, do you sit and say, okay, I'm going to take time to work on my voice every day, or it's natural?
Do you know what? I was always never satisfied with how much I knew I was able to do. So I would always sing like every day. I would watch videos of people riffing and running. I would sit down like for hours learning like one riff, just because I was like, I can do this. It was not coming out properly. So I was doing it because I was enjoying it, not realizing that I was actually nurturing the gift each and every day. And so like even when I practice quote unquote, I wasn't really practicing on purpose, but and so it was quite rewarding. And so it kind of became an everyday thing for me. I was going live on social media, singing all the time, and I realized, those things are actually helping me. So almost every day.
All right, so we have a project coming out. Let's talk about that, the EP.
I have an EP coming out this month on the 19th of July. So it's actually this Friday.
This Friday,
Yes. It's called Full Circle, and it's got some R&B. It's got a little bit of pop in it, and I think it's just a good story round off of what it's like walking as a Christian in this life. So it's got different topics that I talked about, and there's a...
Do you want to tell us what topics you talked about?
Well, so I talked about some of the challenges you face in the first song called Circles. I actually did that song with Manu Chi, which was a lot of fun. We did that last year in April, and I was talking about what the two things are that kind of inhibit a Christian from pursuing the things of the Lord. It's one, could be your friends, your community, and it's also yourself. In one of the songs, I'm talking about moving on, doing something new, a new adventure. In one of the songs, called Till It Gets Dark, in that song, I'm basically talking about what it was like having someone tell me that I seem like the type of girl who doesn't like simple things and that I wouldn't like a picnic. And so I'm talking about how I'm just a girl I like simple things. And if I was to go on a date...
Tatiana G, listen.
Tatiana and PD. Okay.
Oh my God.
Sorry, as you were saying.
Yeah, you were saying?
Oh,
no, we needed to do it for the brothers.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't mind a picnic. I'm a very simple girl. I don't need any like designer stuff. I don't need things like that. I find
no
all that
fancy
extra.
cars.
I don't need no fancy car. I just like sitting on the grass, listening to music in cars.
Take a bike ride.
Take a bike. No.
Take a bike ride.
No, stop.
Simple stuff.
Simple stuff. I don't know how to ride a bike. So when you said ride bike, simple stuff, I said that was a bit complicated.
I'm sure Annatoria knows, though.
But yeah.
So there's a track here that we're going to play. And
that song.
Tell us a little bit about the track.
Yeah, so that song is called Calling. And so I feel like in this season, I'm very much focused on a lot of people knowing the need to know Jesus. And so in this song, I'm basically saying there's somebody who's calling for you, and you're saying you're not hearing him, but he's calling you. And in the Bible, it even talks about how people are without excuse because God's invisible traits are seen through nature, through creation. And so I feel like in this song, I'm kind of alerting everyone, someone's calling for you, and his name is Jesus. And it's a bit vibey, but at the same time, I've got a really strong message in the song. So,
all right, so we'll let you introduce your track.
Okay, so my name's Annatoria, and this is Calling.
That's a brand new Annatoria. Yeah?
Oh, you forgot to switch on my mic.
Your mic was on.
Oh.
You couldn't hear yourself.
Oh.
Bruh.
Now I'm delulu.
There's your words, not mine. Your words, not mine. Beautiful song, Annatoria. Can we have the fire emojis? Those who love that track. I think that was epic. So the song is called?
Calling.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
How many tracks are on the EP?
There are 6. So Calling was the last one. I added it very last minute. So. Yeah.
Very cool.
All right.
So the EP's out on the 19th.
Yes.
Is this a prelude to probably an album? Is there an Annatoria album in the works at some point?
Do you know what? I think for now I'm probably going to focus on a headline show. I've not done a headline show yet, and I'm probably going to do that in London. So I think that's probably what we're working towards. And of course, I'll be working towards an album. I can't wait to collaborate with more artists and more producers to make that happen, and more writers, I think.
Who would you like to work with as in the artist space? From Zimbabwe. Let's say from Zim for now.
From Zim, I've literally been shouting, I really want to work with Minister Mayendede. I really want to work with him. And I was also supposed to work with K-Chaps when I came in 2021, but we never ended up working, so we're probably going to probably end up working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And outside of Zimbabwe?
Outside of Zimbabwe, I'm a huge Mali music fan. And I love Brandy, so they are like my top 2 peoples.
Very cool.
Well, we'll put that in the universe.
Yes. My Lord will make it happen.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You're heading out today, correct?
Yes, I'm flying out today, but I'm going to be back in August.
Sensational.
Amazing.
Annatoria, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I would have done this brother an injustice. There's someone
please
also
go.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Hi, Team Ignition. It's Quinton from Skies. Today, my crush Annatoria is in the building. Tell her I'm the picnic mountain style guy. Listen, don't say Quinton. Don't say I didn't put out the word out there. There's even mountains involved. The picnic is you hike first.
Did I say hiking? I'm not sure if that was on the list.
You said simple, so they heard hiking. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All the best. And then someone said, guys, can I have Annatoria's number?
Yes, her number is 4.
Well, her number's 19. The EP is out.
Yes,
On
EP is
Friday.
out.
Yes,
On Friday.
thank you.
Anoria, any last words for Zim before you head out for today?
Thank you is probably what I have to say. I have to say thank you to Zimbabwe for supporting me. You know, everyone's always saying, even when I'm working with people from the States, if I work with anyone, it's always Zims in the comment section. Like,
yes.
I mean, Zims are everywhere. You find them in the States, you find them in the UK, you're finding them everywhere. And so when they see any collaboration, they are there and they're the first people there. And I just want to say thank you.
Fantastic. We appreciate you, Annatoria. Fly safe. We'll see you in August.
Thank you.
See, my station.
One station.
Your